there, so I remember attending the first round of her match, which was a tough match at the U.S. Open, and then I went back home, and then I was contemplating coming back, and I wanted to witness her win because I think she has such an amazing head on her shoulders and the game, and I think she has a voice and a platform that's going to, transcend.
Maria Sharapova has finally spoken out about one of the fastest rising names in women's tennis, and her comments have sent a powerful message across the Women's Tennis Association Tour. The former world number 1 and 5-time Grand Slam champion made it clear that she is deeply impressed by Alex Eala and what the young star represents for the future of the sport. But Sharapova's praise went far beyond simple admiration for a talented player. According to her, Eala is not just another promising athlete but a symbol of something much bigger, something the tennis world has needed for a long time. Sharapova revealed that she has been closely watching Eala since her breakthrough performance at the Miami Open last year, a moment that changed everything for the young Filipina star. That tournament marked the point when the global tennis community realized that Eala was no longer just a promising junior prospect but a player capable of competing on the sport's biggest stage. Having experienced the pressure of breaking through in a highly competitive era herself, Sharapova immediately noticed something special. She said she was particularly impressed by the way Eala handled the sudden spotlight during that run, explaining that global attention and expectations can overwhelm even seasoned athletes. Yet Eala remained composed, focused, and professional throughout the experience. Sharapova even admitted that she quietly rooted for Eala during key matches, saying she genuinely hoped to see the young star succeed, including during her opening match at the U.S. Open. For Sharapova, this support goes beyond simple match results. She believes Eala represents something meaningful for the sport because she is inspiring millions across Asia who may never have seen themselves represented at the highest level of professional tennis. Sharapova pointed out that while tennis has traditionally been dominated by players from Europe and North America, Eala's rise shows how the game is con.
Victories are so special, but if you treat them too high, and you treat the tough moments as a really big low in your career, it's hard to find that happy medium, and I think that's what that sweet spot is.
Maria Sharapova believes Alex Eala's rise is significant not only for her own career but for the broader future of tennis across Asia. According to Sharapova, Eala is opening doors for an entire generation of young athletes who now believe they can compete at the highest level of the sport. She even described Eala as more than just a talented competitor, calling her an emerging icon for Asian tennis. Such praise carries considerable weight, especially coming from a player who herself experienced the pressure of representing a region and culture on the global stage. Sharapova explained that what impresses her most about Eala is her mentality, noting that greatness in tennis is not only about winning matches but also about how players respond to adversity. She pointed out that Eala celebrates victories with maturity while also handling defeats with composure, which is a rare and valuable quality. In professional tennis, where the tour is long and the competition relentless, even for the best players, the ability to process losses without letting them damage confidence is essential for building a lasting career on the Women's Tennis Association Tour.
It is not just tennis, it's fashion, it's art, it's culture, it's having a platform, and I think she does brilliantly of merging all of those together. Their victories are so special, but if you treat them too high, and you treat the tough moments as a really big low in your career, it's hard to find that happy medium, and I think that's what that sweet spot is.
According to Maria Sharapova, Alex Eala shows a remarkable understanding of the mental balance required to succeed in professional tennis. Sharapova noted that Eala keeps her head high after losses and never allows a single defeat to define her, while also remaining calm and focused after big victories instead of becoming distracted by the moment. She described this kind of emotional control as one of the most valuable qualities a young athlete can develop, adding that Eala manages her mentality with a maturity far beyond her years. What makes their connection even more meaningful is that the respect between them goes both ways. Eala has often spoken about how Sharapova was one of her biggest inspirations growing up, like millions of young players who watched her dominate the sport during her prime. From winning Wimbledon championships as a teenager to building one of the most recognizable careers in tennis history, Sharapova's journey left a powerful impression on the next generation of players, including Eala.
There's any current players or past players on the women's side that you particularly looked up to in terms of your game style, like you wanting to kind of emulate them on the court?
Definitely. Growing up, my absolute favorite was Maria Sharapova. I guess I loved.
Alex Eala has often said that she hopes to follow a similar career path to the champions who came before her, learning from their experiences and applying those lessons to her own journey. One of the legends who has reportedly played an important role in guiding her is Maria Sharapova. Long before Eala's breakthrough moments on the global stage, Sharapova had already noticed her potential and quietly supported her development dating back to her junior career. According to those close to the tennis world, Sharapova has offered advice and guidance to Eala at different stages of her rise, helping her handle the pressure that comes with quickly gaining attention on the Women's Tennis Association Tour. Sharapova is not the only tennis legend who has recognized Eala's talent. Novak Djokovic, widely regarded as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport, has also expressed admiration for the young star. After Eala's elimination from the Indian Wells Open, Djokovic reportedly focused less on the loss itself and more on how she carried herself afterward. He noted that Eala is impressive to watch on television but even more remarkable in person. Coming from a player who has competed against the best athletes across multiple generations, that praise carries significant weight. Djokovic described Eala as an incredible athlete who is earning her place in professional tennis through genuine talent, relentless dedication, and hard work rather than hype or controversy.
This is someone I get along very well with on and off the court. Again, another physical battle, but obviously against an opponent that was, playing on a high level. So I'm glad to overcome it. I was really blown away by how inspired she was. I mean, I was blown away by watching great athletes.
Another WTA star who recently spoke in support of Alex Eala is Jessica Pegula. The American player emphasized that a single tough loss should never be used to judge a young athlete's entire career. After Eala's round of 16 exit at the Indian Wells Open, Pegula reportedly pointed out that one match does not define who a player is or what they may achieve in the future. She highlighted that Eala has already shown tremendous potential and that her journey in professional tennis is only just beginning. According to Pegula, the tennis world should look at the bigger picture instead of focusing too heavily on individual results. She even mentioned that she would love to invite Eala onto her podcast to discuss the excitement and attention she is bringing to women's tennis. That kind of influence, she explained, goes far beyond rankings or match results because it helps grow the sport, inspire young athletes, and keep the global tennis community engaged. Support for Eala has also come from other prominent voices in tennis. Maria Sharapova has suggested that Eala could become a future icon representing Asia on the global stage, while Novak Djokovic has praised her discipline and competitive mindset. When respected champions and top players speak about a young athlete in such terms, it often signals the emergence of a special talent. Although Eala still has a long journey ahead filled with victories, challenges, and learning experiences, the level of respect she is already receiving from tennis legends suggests that her story may only be at its beginning, and that the Women's Tennis Association Tour could soon witness the rise of a new Asian superstar.